All right, let's finish this out, shall we? Okay. How am I going to finish this out? Just as a biface. It will be available in the auction. Let's see how thin I can get it. I might put 2 points on it. I don't know. Point on each end. Maybe a beaker culture knife where the business end is up here. And this is the handle down here. We'll see. Is it easy to knap? Yeah, it's pretty easy. We'll see how many views I get. People don't really want to see really easy stuff to knap. I think they like watching high-grade stuff being knapped. But that's a small segment of the video watchers, I think. Yeah, I think what a lot of viewers are looking for is drama. Yeah. Or funny stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I can sew that, but I don't. Because it opens up right away. I could put tape. Yeah. I used to put tape on my gloves back in the day. I'm getting spoiled by Obsidian. I think I'm going to go right back to Obsidian after this one. Yep. The other thing people want to see is how thin can I get it? Yeah. How thin can it get? It can get pretty thin. Yeah, but what does it look like when you're making it thin? I want to see how your technique looks like when you get it thin. It looks just like somebody else's technique who can't get it thin. It's just like when someone shoots a basketball at the hoop, right? If you're not that good at it, it doesn't go in. But if you're good at it, it goes in. But it looks the same. They're throwing it the same way. It looks the same except one guy gets it in the hoop and the other guy doesn't. Of course, there's subtle differences in technique, but it looks basically the same. Same with Flintknapping. There's subtle differences in the technique, but it basically looks the same. You can't really tell, especially if you're new. And the guy who doesn't know how to shoot the basketball very well, he'll get it in the hoop once in a while by luck, but it looks the same as the guy who has a lot of skill, because he'll get it in also. That's what new people see. It looks all the same. You gotta have more context and actually do the sport. But still, the differences are so subtle that sometimes you can't explain what the differences are other than you saying, yeah, there's just slight differences. Yeah, but what does that mean, just slight differences? Those slight differences come with practice. That's it. Yeah, you can see some people have bad technique But some people have technique that looks bad, but they still accomplish the goal. I mean, they still manage to get the basketball in the hoop, for example. And when you're napping, some people they appear to have bad form, but they still get the object made. Yeah. So over the years, I've been getting the question: how does it look like, or how did they do it with bone and antler and hammerstones to get real thin? And my answer is it looks the same as someone who can't to get it thin. It looks exactly the same, almost. There's very subtle differences between someone who gets it fairly thin and someone who gets it really thin. Unless they add some flair to what they're doing. Then you get into the acting, yeah, and performance art. Unfortunately, there's a lot of performance art going on. Did they do performance art back in the day to make themselves look even better at what they're doing? I don't think so. So if you're doing it with a lot of performance art, I don't think you're doing it like they did back in the day, because they don't need a lot of performance art back in the day. Who's the audience? They don't make their living from the audience like we do these days. They make their living from actually using the tool. Yeah. So I would like to know how they look like making the tools, but the important thing is just getting them made, especially if you're just going to use them for yourself. Just get them made, and you'll be very close to how they looked in the past. I mean, chances are. I don't know for sure. But yeah, you can weigh the odds. Odds are, yeah, if there's no reason for an audience, or if they did not have an audience, there's no reason for performance art in the napping. Yeah. Back in the day. So they could have been cursing and stomping around all day, getting angry at it. You don't know. They might not have been cool-headed while they're napping. Who knows? Yeah, this stuff does nap really well. And I can see how they would make long blades from this. Look how flat that is. Look at it. Look how flat. And it looks just, when I hit that, it looks like just like every other strike that I did, except with certain material, you can get stuff like that. It is the material, yeah. It didn't break up, for one. That indicates a very strong, flexible material. Yeah. Number two, it's easy to get used to it. But that's not good. Yeah. I should have known that there was a scoop out on the other side. I could have probably predicted that one. I was going more for the lump, and I didn't even get it. I'm going to make a point on this side anyway. So yeah, the question of how that they used to do it comes up with every new person. The answer is, it looks just like what we do, except slight differences. And who knows, there might be some techniques we haven't discovered yet, or haven't become good at, because maybe we just don't want to go through that much trouble. Maybe they went through more trouble. Didn't take the easy way out. I don't know. I've got some books on Ishi the Indian. I'm building up a little library of books. So I'll be sharing what he used to do when making arrowheads. It doesn't explain everything. I've been reading through some of the books. I think I got four different books that have good information on Ishi the Indian and his equipment and his knapping kit and all that. His knapping kit was very simple. Yep. And he didn't have a lot of sophisticated knowledge on how knapping works. He just had a lot of practice. Same with arrow flight and bow making. He didn't really understand the mechanics behind it that well. He just had a lot of practice doing it. And his hold pulling the string was unusual. It was more difficult than it needed to be. And he would get a sore thumb after lots of practice. It doesn't do what Obsidian does. Yeah. It doesn't scoop under the lumps. Not that time anyway. It's easier to scoop off a lump with Obsidian. Scoop under it. Besides, that's the widest part too. It needs a lot of force. All right, we'll see. Voila. Yep, lots of force. But not like that. I could tell that wasn't enough force. It was slipping. I could tell this was slipping. You can't see that from the video. Unless I tell you it was slipping. Okay. We're getting down to the nitty gritty because I can't be doing that too often. So how thin am I going to get it? I'll get it as thin as I can without risking it. How's that? Which means it won't be as thin as possible. Just as thin as I can do it without subjecting it to too much risk. Yeah. I want to say that I had a dream about Flintknapping again recently because I remember looking for rocks. If I'm looking for rocks in my dreams, or if I remember that, it means I had a dream about Flintknapping. I still am going to do the video challenges on, making stuff, and then you got to try to guess how I made it. Right now, I'm very distracted by the healthcare I need to give. Or, I'm not giving healthcare. I had to be there for certain things. Be on watch so I can call in certain things when certain things happen. My dad's on hospice care. Yeah. I gotta constantly be watching him. I don't know why I said healthcare. I'm the caregiver, but I don't provide healthcare because I'm not a professional. Okay. But I'm slowly catching up with my back orders too, so it's just a matter of time management. Yeah. Yeah, as it gets thinner, it's harder and harder to run flakes that are long. So the goal, or the smart thing to do, is to run long flakes to get it thin, rather than running long flakes after it's thin. Yeah, you want to get it thin with long flakes, and then just trim it. That would be the smart thing to do. I tend to do a little bit of both because it's kind of random the way I do it. Opportunistically. I nap opportunistically. Dang it. So I tend to do both. I'll run thinning flakes when it's already thin many times, instead of focusing on trying to run thinning flakes only when I'm getting it thin. But I have a tendency to run damage control flakes, for example, when it's already thin. I'm not supposed to be doing that if I'm smart. I should just leave it. If it's messed up, oh well. Don't try to get it damage controlled and then get it excessively thin, because that's when it starts to get dicey, like right now. But I can't help it. I gotta be able to offer something good in the auction. Yeah. I provide the auction as a courtesy, And now as a way to keep up my skill. It supports my habit too. People kept asking me, do you sell your stuff? Come on, sell it. I want it. Sell it. Yeah, but I don't sell it. But you got it because you have to take my money. You have to take it. All right, dude. Okay. I suppose it won't be that hard. Yeah, just do it. So I did it. And then it works. Now, the last auction was kind of glitchy. YouTube has this funny thing now where it'll stop you from commenting. It just pops up a little notice. As soon as you cut and paste, with me anyway, maybe I'm on the radar. As soon as I cut and paste anything, it'll pop up, a little notice will pop up. You are temporarily suspended from commenting because of blah, blah, blah. Harassment policies or whatever. But I didn't harass. I'm just commenting on my own stuff within my own video. So last auction, I had to log in as Allergic Hobbit in order to comment in the comment section. And then I tried again to comment as Jack Crafty, and then I was able to comment. So they not only turned it off, turned off my commenting, they turned it back on. So I was able to comment after all, after a little while. So the little warning must have been a mistake, but in the meantime, I had to figure out what to do. Yeah, so I'll be doing a little update on the next auctions. Just YouTube has become a little bit glitchy on my commenting. I don't know about yours. Yeah, some comments are not being seen. I can't see some of your comments. Am I supposed to be sharpening this end when it's a beaker point? Probably not. Anyway, some of you guys, your comments are not being seen. But you can still comment. They just aren't seen by everybody. So I have to give an update on what I'm going to do about those situations. Yeah. I've already told you guys that I can bid for you, but I got to set down some rules for that because there's a little bit of a conflict of interest if I bid for you, since I'm the controller of the auction. It's not fair that I'm bidding for somebody because I can give them the edge if I wanted to. So there's got to be rules for me not to do that. Like, I cannot be commenting for someone else at the very last second or bidding for someone else. I have to leave time for others to bid. Yeah. That sort of thing. I shouldn't even, well, I can't say that. I was going to say I shouldn't even bid for other people, but I just feel sorry that they're not able to bid, so, I want to help them out somehow. I think it'll work. As long as I don't bid at the last second for somebody else. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hard hit. Ooh, they didn't do anything. Dang it. Did it slip? Now it's just thin. Just trying to thin a thin piece. See, it's already eating the tip of this for lunch. Dang. Yikes. It's not like Obsidian, that's for sure. What do I have to do differently? Well, I've got to hope differently. There's a lot more hope with this stuff than with Obsidian, which means that I'm depending a little bit on luck here. Yeah. I'm used to the flakes traveling further. With Obsidian, they'll travel further. And it won't mess up the tip of this. See, there's already some embedding. I just brushed off a piece of flint that was stuck onto here. And when there's an embedded rock in the tip, it messes up the flakes. This next flake is critical. Is it a voila? Almost. I got sneaky with that one. Look at that. Almost got 3 obstacles cleared. I got that one cleared. I almost cleared that one. You know what I'm saying? I almost hit the back side of that step fracture. And I almost released that. Almost. Yeah, see, I got a bridge. It's a bridge. You cross the bridge over this wide river. See? Isn't that cool to have a bridge going across? No? It's not cool. When the bell tolls, that means there's bad luck coming. Yes? No. Hopefully not. When the bell tolls, there's a reckoning. Better not be. This rock better not try to get revenge on me for beating the heck out of it. Unusual cruelty toward rocks. Yeah. Can't make the Danish rock mad. No, no, no. It's got a nasty temper. What did it do? What did it do? It did something. Right, is that where it goes? It goes around there somewhere. Yes, it did something. Where does that go? Like that? I don't know. Oh, it was from there. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, okay. Gotta be sneaky. That was a bit sneaky. I got 2 bridges going on. I don't know. Speechless. What do I do? Some is easy, some is not. Some flakes are so easy on this, some are really, really difficult in predicting. What's it gonna do? I don't know. Got no ideas. So I just trim a little bit. Yeah. I'm just going to trim a little bit to see what happens. Trimming is always a good habit. Yeah. Because it looks nice and trimmed. It's funny how that works. I don't know. Every flake that I need to take is too long. But the double point makes it easier. Okay, let's see. Haha, it did it. It reached where I wanted it to reach. Yeah. See that? You missed it. No, you didn't miss it. You saw it, but you can't believe it. I can't believe it either. I can't believe it went that far. How did I do it? I don't know. It looked like the same way I did every other flake. Hardly any difference. I couldn't tell. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it myself, and I can't tell what the difference is. Yeah. What made it successful? I don't know. I've done it before many times and not have it successful. And I've also had success at doing it. So I can make something up, but after a while, if you're a good spectator, you're going to know that something's not right. He's either making it up or he's using some weird technique. He's not explaining it. Or he doesn't know he's using a weird technique. Something's going on. I think you can become a good spectator like that. I don't know. I try to figure it out myself when I watch my own videos. What's going on? What is going on? Why are some flakes successful and some are not? It's not always what I think off the top of my head. After many, many years of experience, it's not always what I think it is. Because I can think of alternate things. Think of different scenarios and alternate things. Now, I've looked at Solutrium blades recently, and they're all kind of crunchy in the middle. Okay? Which is pretty typical of all blades. But I don't want too much crunchiness in the middle. All right, this is slippery. Yeah. I want to get it thinned down, but I don't want it too crunchy in the middle, so I can't make it too thin. The thinner it goes, the more crunchy in the middle it gets. In general, yeah. Not always. Sometimes you get lucky and you can run flakes smoothly into the middle when it's thin. Yeah. And with lots of practice, you can get better at controlling the flakes. Yeah. Yeah, of course there's a measure of control. Of course there is. But not everything is controlled the way you want it. Yeah. Just because a flake did that didn't mean that that's what I wanted it to do. I wanted to go that way a little bit more to get rid of some of that. Maybe pop that out. But usually it doesn't pop those out. I got to get those from the other side. But at least it smoothed it and thinned it. I don't know what I want to do. I got to make it more narrow if I want to clean up the middle. It doesn't take that many flakes to clean it up. What did I do? Why is that not detached? That's not going to be easy to detach. Dang it. What did I do? I didn't pay attention. This was the last one. I didn't pay attention to that one. I should have tried something else. No, it was okay. I was trying to run this. I think I was trying to run that and hit this part, but it didn't. It went this way, and it didn't pop that out. Oh well. Yeah. The only solution is to make it more narrow. It's not super duper thin, and I'm not going to make it super duper thin. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start doing the tip with the narrower. The tips with the narrower striker. Dang it, that's bad. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to that. In the middle there. Focusing too much on yapping. Come on. Step back at that step fracture. Come on. I know you can do it. There he goes. So you can take out step fractures like that. It's nice when it works. If it doesn't work, then it's really bad. I like it when they feather out well. Mm-hmm. Don't like it when they do that. When they don't travel far enough. This is a lot stronger than Obsidian on the tip here. I can hit a lot harder. Yeah, with Obsidian, it's just tip tap, tiptoe, tip tap, tiptoe through the tulips with Obsidian. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can hit hard. Sometimes I don't want to hit that hard. I'm able to do it. I'm afraid to do it. Come on. Yeah, you can get this stuff really thin. Yes, yes. It doesn't bite. It's hard to take a bite out of the edge as easily as other materials. Which means you can drive the flakes with more force without worrying about losing a lot of length. Or I mean a lot of width. Okay. Almost got it. Look at that. The little sneak. Didn't want to do it. There it goes. I hit it right out of there. So it does have some translucency to it. Yep. I'm developing my next plan of attack. So I can develop the edge to thin this. I also got to think about this part. Let's see. What if I try to pick that out? Let's try that first. I'm going to get a metal mark on there, but let's just try it. Can't grab it. I have to power through all of this. Somewhere here. Big old flake. Yeah, so I can't thin it down on this side yet. It's got to have some meat on it so that when I shoot that flake, it's not going to break in half. Dang it. Dicey. There's only one way to get to it. I do have to take a flake in this direction first, though, to get the edge to move that way. It's this edge that needs to move this way to do a strike through here, because I can't do it through there. It's too concave. I do need this flake here, so that's a good one. What did I need to do? Just need to smooth it. Yeah. Come on. No. Not like that. Yeah, like that. See, even with the small flaker, I can do a wide flake. Not that it's ideal, but I can do it. Why am I still using the smaller flaker? Because I need to do small flakes right here. These rods are versatile, okay? Okay. Just keep in mind that they're versatile. I'm getting tired. Dang it. It does not look good. No. It's back to the old sweat stage. I missed the obsidian already. I missed the thick pieces. Yeah. But in a way, I do want to see how thin I can get this. without risking too much. Yeah, just so I can see. I can't take too much meat off of that side yet. But I've got to think about how hard do I need to hit it. If I need to hit it too hard for that flake when it's super thin, I don't want to do it. So which flake needs to be hit harder? This one or that one? I think this one needs to be hit harder. So I'll do that first. If I leave it for last, then that means I'm hitting really, really hard on something that's thin. If I take this off first, it's going to be thin for this really hard strike. But if I take this hard strike off first, it'll be thin, but this one doesn't need as much force, so it won't risk it as badly. Won't risk breaking it as badly. Okay, it's mathematics. It's math, okay? It's the odds also. All right. Super hard. Ah, yes. Voila. Okay, that's what I was going for. Now I went too far that way. I don't know what it's doing up here. Just need it right there. It went too far. I'm not complaining though. No, if I start complaining, it's gonna be angry at me because it'd say, "Well, look, I cooperated. Why are you angry?" Yeah, so it can't be. I cannot be angry at it, or I can't fuss. Can't sound like I'm angry, because just sounding like I'm angry will be insulting. It will be offended, and you do not want to offend the rock when it gets thin. You can offend it when it's still thick. Yeah. But you don't want to offend it when it's thin. Yeah. Nothing I can do about those step fractures sometimes. Sometimes I just can't avoid it. All right? All right. What am I going to do? I'm looking ahead a little bit. The symmetry is off a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I can lose track of the symmetry pretty easily. And I don't want that. That was good. I need one like that right here. Okay? Okay. It's going to be more difficult now because the rock knows what I'm up to. I told it already. When I tell it the plans, starts devising its countermeasures and its partisan activities. And it's calling in the incipients to try to sabotage me. Because if I hit that and it doesn't go anywhere, and I leave a crushing incipient colony right there, I don't know where else I can shoot flakes from. I have to make it even more narrow. I still can't shoot a flake yet. Dang it. Thinking about finger placement. Is there such a thing as critical finger placement? I don't know. I never really pay much attention to that, so there might be that I'm not even noticing. Put the finger close to the edge. I put the finger close to the edge if I need to hit it hard, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know. I know that I was keeping my finger close to the edge, maybe because I want to try to avoid the ring cracks. I don't even know if that helps to put the finger close to the edge to avoid ring cracks. It might work. What's good is that it's very wide right here. That lends strength to the middle, so it won't break in half as easily. That's another thing too. The wider it is here, when you have 2 points, the stronger it is. It's very strong form to be very wide here and with 2 points. See, it won't break in the middle very easily because you got very little weight on the ends. I don't know. I don't think it'll travel that far. I'm hoping for a super long flake. I mean, it's possible. I've done it already, but yeah, good thing. Yeah, that's a little bit of a step fracture. Anyways, I was thinking, good thing that didn't step fracture, but it did. Even so, the tip and the base are thinned down. I still want to thin it more. I'm going to hit this pretty hard. Yep. Still not narrow enough. Yeah, but it messes with the thickness ratio when you narrow it. I'm narrowing it for cosmetic reasons. That's the only reason why I'm getting it narrow, because this doesn't matter when you use it. Functionality, that doesn't matter. When you have those little things in there, like the undetached flake and the lump, the little bridge, it doesn't matter when you're using it for functionality. This is all cosmetic work. I don't know. Let's see. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it either. All right, so it might not do it. Did I get close? I don't know. That did something weird. It was okay. I messed that up. I don't know. See, eventually, if I get it narrow enough, it'll work. But the thing is, I don't want to get it too narrow. Yeah, it's already lopsided. I braid it both ways because I don't want any concavities near the edge. I want both edges to be convex, or both surfaces near the edges to be convex. So that's why I braid it both ways, in case you're wondering. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out. doesn't look good. Let me see. Yeah, there's a lot of metal marks, but I got to take that out anyway. I'll get it narrow enough to get it out. It just won't end up being a wide point. Okay, let's see. Haha. Ooh, that dived also. Not only did it step right there with an undetached flake, it dived. But yeah, that's a voila moment. Oh yes. That ran stronger than I thought it was going to run. I'm just going to leave it. It's got some diving on both ends, this way and that way. But that's it. Yeah. Don't need to mess with that anymore. Just some cleanup there. Clean up on aisle 6. What am I looking at? I'm looking at where my next plan of attack is. I got to take this out. But that's much easier because I can leave a remnant in there. I couldn't leave any of this remnant there. This one was much more difficult. This one I can probably remove most of it. Although there will be a little remnant left. If I can take a flake from over here somewhere. If I can run a flake across and almost overshoot, yeah, but super dicey. It's not smart. No. You gotta kind of be smart about these things. I'll try it and see. It wouldn't hurt as long as I prepare it well. It wouldn't hurt to run a flake that long. But I don't know if it'll reach all the way. And to make sure it reaches all the way, I don't want to overshoot it. Just to ensure that it reaches. I don't know. Let's see. It's possible. It could reach. Why is it always the sweat stage? Not like that. See, that's what got me in the trouble in the first place. Yeah. That's what gets me in the trouble in the first place. Too much inward force. Doesn't go anywhere. And I end up having to try to do lots of damage control. Dang it. Come on. You really don't like being thinned that much. Not the way I'm doing it. It is pretty thin already. Yeah, it cooperates nicely as long as it's fairly thick. Yeah, and the cosmetic stuff is not all that difficult. It's just when you mess up, it's hard to fix it. I don't know if that made sense. The cosmetic damage control is not all that difficult. No, but it can tragically mess up or catastrophically mess up. It's almost all or nothing. Okay. Yeah. All right. 1 hour. Dang it. Hour and 10 minutes. Okay, I've minimized the problems. I might be able to fix all of that with pressure. Yeah. Come on. They're sticky. I didn't think it would be so sticky. Yep, but toward the end, they're sticky. In the beginning, they're not. What did I start out with? I did measure, didn't I? It's a lot smaller because of the cosmetic work. Yeah, that's the only reason. And the thinness is part of the cosmetic work that I'm doing. It doesn't have to be thin and it doesn't have to be smooth. So that's why it's small. Okay, just to be clear. 4.5 inches, I don't know what it started out as. I can't remember. I'm going to finish it up with pressure flaking. Yep. So yeah, it could have been finished a long time ago if I left it thick. And I didn't care too much about the cosmetics. All right, just so we're clear. Okay, that's why it's like this. All right. So, let's see how it pressure flakes. Yay. I don't know. Seems okay. It feels like raw stone. Funny how that works. Come on. No. Yes. There we go. Yeah, it can get really thin. All right. But it doesn't like steel all that much. I do have some copper for pressure flakers like this. So I'll probably do that this week or sometime soon. Copper pressure flakers. Oh no. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Steel is kind of slippery. All right. Come on. Yes. All right. It's gonna want to be pampered every step of the way with grinding, abrading, because the steel is not grabbing the edge. So I'm gonna have to force it to have a seat. Force the seating. Yeah. With a real thick edge. Come on. Having to use a lot of force to get the flakes to travel. They travel nicely. Yeah. Yeah, for cosmetic work, I didn't do all that well. Even though it took a lot of time to try to do it. Mm-hmm. That edge is already too thin. Run more flakes off of this edge. Okay, here we go. A sharper tip. too many metal marks. Voila. There's still some remnant there, but it's okay. That tip is thin, too thin to mess with. Why would I want to mess with it? I don't know, because I'm stupid. I feel like messing with that side some more, but I'm not going to. No. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. I thought I was going to do a lot more pressure flaking. Yeah, I thought so. That's what I get for thinking. It seems like percussion is the way to go, at least for now, on this one. Raw stone naps, well, pressure flake's completely different than obsidian, so I'm a little bit off. But I'm already used to the percussion. I'm already accustomed to what this reacts like with percussion. This could go on forever. Napper's heaven is that you're napping the same point forever. Yeah. You didn't know? Yeah. That's what it is. You go to the big napping pit in the sky and you nap one point forever. And it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. In infinity. It gets infinity thin. Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome? What's the thinness you got? I've already been here 6 billion years, so it's 1/6 billionth of an inch thin or thick, whatever. Yeah. keeps getting thinner and thinner. Can't think of anything better, can you? Yes? The most perfect material? No. Well, that'd be nice. You get to nap the best material in the universe. Yeah, it's not that great. Now, getting it thinner and thinner and thinner, it's obsessive. Somehow you're scratching the itch when you're getting thinner and thinner. It scratches that itch. Even though I say I'm getting these thin for selling, it also scratches that itch. Yeah. I do want to see how thin I can get it. Not all the time. It's nice to take a break and not have to worry about it. Yeah. If I want to make a beaker point, I have to make this more pointy and this more rounded, I suppose, down here. But I'm not going to make a beaker culture point. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. A little bit more? Yeah, a little bit more around the edges. Symmetry is off a little bit too. Although it doesn't need to be perfect. No. See, there's some crunchiness there I want to get rid of. And some thickness right there. For being raw stone, it's pretty good. It cooperates pretty good. Pretty well. Yeah, there's some juicy spots I can take more flakes. I don't know. We shall see. Yikes. It didn't travel far enough. See, if that had fanned out a lot, it would be a little bit nicer. Oh well. Uh-oh, the bell is tolling. It tolled before on me, and I messed it up. I gotta hurry up and finish before I spend way too long on this. Come on. I'm trying to get the edge thin, and look what happens. Oh, this is when the bell's doing encore. Yeah, I opened the shop door. It's windy out. I didn't even notice. Open the shop door so I could hear the bells. But the wind is blowing the shop door open and closed. I still got a thunder muffler guy in the neighborhood, but this one's on a motorcycle. Can't hear the bells. Now I can. Tell you what, it's an hour and a half. I'm just going to finish this off camera. It's all just pressure flaking, picking at the edge now. Yeah. And it'll be boring. I've got to take a break anyway. I got to go inside and check on stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just even it up a little bit, but that's it. What's the ratio? I don't know. It's worth finding out all that time. 56 millimeter by, I don't know, 6. If I cheat, it could be 5 millimeter. I think that's 6 millimeter. Come on, start with a 2. Yeah, 6 millimeter. I think 9 times 6 is 54. Nine to 1. Could I get it thinner? Yeah, probably. But this edge needs to be thick in order to run consistent flakes. I've already thinned down the edge a lot. Yeah. It's good enough. It's got some translucency now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm burnt out too on this particular piece. I'll finish it out probably on Sunday. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Hope you liked it. That's it.